Up next, we'll show you how to create textured, faux linen-looking walls. All you need are some specialty paints and key supplies. No linen required. These are the products we'll need. 1 gallon of Studio Finishes metallic glaze bronze, 1 quart of Aura interior paint wrought iron in eggshell finish, 1 gallon of Aura Ashley Gray, also in eggshell finish, 1 gallon of Studio Finishes clear glaze extender, a chip brush, a wallpaper smoother brush, a small foam roller brush, a pencil, a 2-foot level, a spray bottle, an empty paint can, and a spare rag. Remember to consult with your local Benjamin Moore store to find out the amount of paint you'll need for your specific project. In preparation for the faux linen technique, Bill is mixing 2 parts metallic bronze glaze and 1 part wrought iron Aura paint, and then 3 parts Studio Finish clear glaze extender that will maximize the paint's open time. In the living room, Bill has already painted the base coat with an Aura Ashley Gray in an eggshell finish. This will work well with our finished texture. Bill has masked the trim with tape and is ready to measure the width for the faux linen panels. He is measuring and making tick marks horizontally for 30-inch wide panels. Although we chose 30, you can select your panels to be anywhere between 24 to 36 inches, depending on the scale of your room. Bill will continue measuring the additional panels across the full length of the wall. Then we're ready for the next step.
Okay, I'm next going to want to take my long level again, and I'm going to want to draw a level line from floor to ceiling, passing through each of my tick marks.
Continue this process along the wall until all the panel lines are drawn. Once the vertical lines are drawn, then Bill's ready to mark them with tape. It's an important step because we'll be glazing alternate panels to start.
When we tape, since we're glazing the panel to the right here, we're going to tape to the left of this pencil mark.
Now we're ready for the fun part. First, spray the panel with water mist. Because the glaze dries so quickly, misting adds moisture that will extend our glaze work time.
We're misting the wall. We don't want it to drip, we just want an even layer of water.
It helps to wipe the mist down with a damp rag to create an even layer of moisture. Then you are ready to apply the glaze.
I'm going to use a small sponge roller here, and we're going to do an even layer of glaze that's not terribly heavy. We want this layer to be smooth.
When needed, use a chip brush to paint in hard-to-reach areas, such as around the trim and the ceiling. Next, use the chip brush to create a textured look along the vertical stripe.
We're going to pull this glaze in a vertical pattern. When you push against the wall, you want to force those bristles to be flat against the wall, and then the ferrule provides pressure. On each downstroke, when I'm finished, I'm wiping the brush off. I'm going to drag and wipe.
As a final finishing step, use the wallpaper brush to create thin, fine-looking lines.
We're going to evenly pull through the glaze.
Once the vertical glaze is applied on every other panel, let it dry completely overnight for 24 hours. Then, you'll be ready to apply the glaze horizontally, utilizing the same technique from earlier. To recap, first, spray the panel down with water. Remember to wipe the mist down with a damp rag to create an even layer of moisture. Then, apply the glaze horizontally to 1/3 of the panel using a foam roller. Use a chip brush to paint near the ceiling and corners. Then use the chip to create a textured look along the horizontal direction. And again, as a final finishing step, use the wallpaper brush to create fine horizontal-looking lines. Once you've repeated the horizontal glazing on every other panel, remember to let it dry completely overnight for 24 hours. Now you're ready to glaze the remaining panels. First, reposition the tape, covering it over the finished glazed panels. Now, repeat steps 5 through 9, applying the glaze vertically as we did earlier. After it dries for 24 hours, you're almost done.
All right, so last step in our faux linen project. We've glazed in a vertical direction, and we've allowed it to dry overnight. Now we're going to come in, we're going to glaze in a horizontal direction, allow it to dry, remove the tape, and we're done.
Repeat steps 10 through 14. Let it dry for 24 hours, then finally remove the tape.
All right, look at the results. We have a beautiful urban finish that's refined. This is a finish that is going to look great for years to come.